Assalamualaikum and hello. In this video, I'm going to continue with the next lesson where we are going to learn how to balance the redox equation in acidic medium by using the second method, method 2. So let's get on with it. I got one example from this equation and I want to balance the equation in acidic solution where I'm going to introduce to you the new method. The concept is still the same where we are going to use the same acronyms, which is Rauch, and the difference is the method that we will use in this part. So let's get on. The first one, we are going to balance based on these acronyms where I'm going to take out the two half equations based on two processes. So that's why I'm going to determine the two couples from this equation. And as you can see here, H plus and H2O are being stated in the original equation. It means that H plus is going to be on my left side and H2O is going to be on my right side. But how many of them? That's what we are going to find out. So let's try the first step, R, where I'm going to determine first couple, which is C2O4 2 minus will be coupled with CO2 because due to the same element carbon. Next one, I'm going to determine another one more couple, MnO4 minus with Mn2 plus. This is due to the same element Mn, manganese. Okay, that's how you determine the two couples. Next one, I'm going to determine the oxidation number because I have to choose which one undergoes oxidation, which one undergoes reduction. So I'm going to use the easy couple that I have to calculate the oxidation number. So I choose MnO4 minus and Mn2 plus. So from here, Mn2 plus, I can determine straight away the oxidation number is positive 2 based on its charge because this is monoatomic ions. So I put here positive 2. And the next one, I have MnO4 minus, but the element that I want to find out for the oxidation state is element Mn, manganese. So I have to put the value for oxygen. So how I want to find out? I have to show my calculation a bit. So I got MnO4 minus. So this is where I got Mn plus 4O equals to negative 1. And I put oxygen, the oxidation state as general is negative 2 equals to negative 1. So Mn minus 8 equals to negative 1. And I got the oxidation state for manganese in MnO4 minus is positive 7. Don't forget to put the positive sign. So here, I will write it down as positive 7. And as you can see here, from positive 7 to positive 2, the oxidation number decreases. So it means that MnO4 minus undergoes reductions. So I put it as reduction dalam kurungan R. Saya tulis sign R sebab saya akan gunakan sign ini after this. And after you choose, one couple is reduction, the other one is oxidation. If you're not sure with your answer, you can double check. But for me, I choose one couple only, the most easier one. And then saya calculate as usual. Of course, saya yakin dengan calculation saya, I will get the correct one. So now, I'm going to continue for R, where for R, I'm going to separate both two half equation. So, saya akan tulis menggunakan sign O untuk oxidation dan R untuk reduction. And I will put a bit space here. I'm going to continue the couple in the middle of it. So, saya ada oxidation iaitu C2O4 2 minus produce CO2. Okay. Next one, I got my reduction where this one, Mn O4 minus produce Mn2 plus. Okay, settle for R. Next one, I'm going to balance atoms except hydrogen and oxygen. So for oxidation, I'm going to balance carbon atom. On my left is 2 of them and on my right is 1 of them. So what I'm going to do, saya akan letak koefisien 2 dekat depan di bahagian kanan. So I will put 2 CO2 here. So next one, for atom for reduction, I'm going to balance element manganese. 1 of them on my left and 1 of them on my right. So I have nothing to change. It stays as it is. So next one, settle for A. I'm going to continue O. So O, where I'm going to balance oxygen by adding H2O. So for oxidation, I have 4 oxygen here, and on my right I have 2, but times by 2 I will have 4. So nothing to change. And for my reduction, I have 4 oxygen here. So on my right I have nothing. So of course I have to add water. How many of them? 4 water. So I put plus 4 H2O. Okay, settle for oxygen. Next one, I'm going to balance H, where by adding H plus. So for oxidation, I got no H at my left side and also at my right side. So do I have to change anything? No. Next one, for reduction, I have nothing on my left, but I got H2 here times by 4, so 8H here. So what I'm going to do, I have to balance on my left. How many of H plus? I have to put up positive H plus. So I put positive 8H plus. Okay, so that's where you have to balance the hydrogen. Settle for hydrogen. Next one, I have to balance the charge. So di sini kena lihat betul-betul. So I got here C2O4 2 minus, the charge is negative 2. So I put negative 2 here. So the total saya bulatkan. Next one, untuk bahagian produk 2CO2, so dia adalah neutral compound. So maknanya total charge dekat bahagian kanan adalah 0. So between negative 2 and 0, which one is more positive? More positive adalah 0. So what we are going to balance, kita akan balance nilai dia kena sama dekat bahagian kiri. So how many electrons I'm going to add up? Saya akan tambah sebanyak 2 electrons. So here I will put plus 2E minus. So kalau saya add up, saya akan dapat nilai yang sama. Over here total adalah negative 2. Over here total adalah negative 2. So that's settle for oxidation. Next one, charge for reduction. So one by one, we go one by one. So each species for 8H plus. So kita ada plus tapi kena darab dengan 8 dekat depan. So dia akan jadi positive 8. And then plus dengan kita ada MnO4 minus, the charge is negative 1. So I will put negative 1. So the total here, positive 8 minus 1 is going to be positive 7. Saya bulatkan total. Next one, saya ada bahagian produk di mana Mn2 plus, charge dia adalah positive 2. So positive 2. And then 4H2O adalah neutral compound. So saya akan plus 0 is going to be positive 2. So ini adalah total bahagian produk untuk reduction. So between positive 7 and positive 2, which one is more positive? It is positive 7. So how I'm going to do that? Saya akan balance supaya nilai saya tambah elektron dekat bahagian more positive di bahagian reactant untuk reduction sama dengan positive 2 here. So it means that 7 minus X equals to 2. So maknanya saya akan tambah 5 electrons here. So I will add up 5 electron, 5E minus. So, bila saya total up semua, saya akan dapat nilai yang sama, iaitu positive 2 for both side. So, itu cara kita balance charge. So, settle for charge here. Next one, untuk last step, kita ada electrons, di mana elektron saya mesti sama for both side. Saya kena pastikan nilai dia sama untuk saya cancel. So, as you can see here, untuk oxidation nilai electrons adalah 2. Untuk reduction nilai electrons adalah 5. So, what I'm going to do, saya akan darablah both of them with opposite number. So, what I'm going to do, the whole thing here, I must multiply by 5. And the whole thing here, I must multiply by 2. Okay, so, saya akan ada 5C2O4 2 minus produce 10 CO2 plus 10 electrons. And then, saya ada from here for reduction, I got 10 electron plus 8 times by 2, saya ada 16H plus 2 MnO4 minus produce 2 Mn2 plus 8H2O. So, this is how my equation bila saya nak cancel electrons. So, both ada same number of electrons. So, I can cancel out. And the next one, saya akan combine all of them in one sentence. Bahagian reactant tambah kalau ada same species. Bahagian produk tambah juga sekiranya ada same species. Sekiranya different species, I will subtract. Saya akan minus. So, I start with oxidation. I got 5C2O4 2 minus. So, I start with that 5C2O4 2 minus. And then, is there anything more for oxidation bahagian reactant? Nothing more. Kita go to oxidation bahagian reduction. So, I got H plus here, where I got 16H plus. So, plus 16H plus. And then, I got 2 MnO4 minus. Okay. And then, settle for reactant. Now, combine untuk bahagian produk. I got 10 CO2 here. So, I put here 10 CO2. And then, continue with the reduction bahagian produk. I got 2 Mn2 plus. So, plus 2 Mn2 plus. And then, I got here last one 8H2O. So, plus 8H2O. So, this is my final equation. But, do I have the correct one? Secara dia, kita akan check total charge bahagian kiri dan kanan, bahagian reactant dan produk sama ada sama ataupun tidak. So, how to check that? Okay, we go one by one. Each species, for this one, 5C2O4 2 minus, maknanya negative 2 darab dengan 5. So, saya ada negative 10. And then, I have here 16 darab dengan positive 1. So, it's going to be positive 16. And then here, 2 MnO4 minus. It means that 2 darab dengan negative 1. Saya ada minus 2. So, when you press the calculator, you will have positive 4. So, this is total charge for reactant. And then, kita check bahagian product. So, I got 10 CO2, neutral compound. It means the charge is 0. And then, I have 2 Mn2 plus. It means that 2 times positive 2, I will have 4, positive 4. And then, 8H2O, it means that neutral compound, 0. So, the total is positive 4. So, on my left, bahagian reactant saya ada positive 4 dan bahagian produk saya ada positive 4. So, sama. Maknanya dia sudah balance. So, this is what I can conclude from here. my last final equation adalah betul. So that's how you choose method 2 untuk tunjukkan balance the redox. Tapi cara dia lebih simple dan lebih mudah untuk awak tulis berdasarkan method 1 di mana dia agak panjang. Tapi at the end of it, awak akan dapat jawapan yang sama. So which one I prefer? I prefer the most comfortable one. So choose which method you prefer. Kalau awak prefer method 1, it's okay. If you prefer this new method 2, it's also okay. But by the end, saya harap awak akan dapatkan jawapan yang betul. So settle for everything. And this is it for this video. I hope you've learned something from this new method. And I'll see you in the next video, how to balance the redox equation in basic medium. Thank you for watching. Bye.